I don't say,
me. I have me yale. What do you know, Yago?
Uncle hospital, you think you're that? Actually,
yeah. Oh, I know, and next Sunday, let it say. And that's when said, my mom shall pay you to put on the women. I said, no, Mukashi said, you shall pay the hospital, a room by some in Akosua. I'm saying, I way enough for intimacy. So what's what you are saying? Intimacy. Ah, we shall pay you on your rate. No more day. The regime, sir, what's your regime? Jesus, regime, when you know, you have long song for the radio and the prayer. And that Tupac on your
my father, we are phone, papa, we are phone. Then you the wash papa, we are tea, I wouldn't deep on it. I was sure the beer, papa, and dear mouth. My father, oh, papa, I don't know, only for papa, mamma, public, no need. So I say a bear matters, papa, we are. I'll be a Abusuapanin, all this and phone. Now, young guy, what's so loud in it? I won't, just a manage fans, yes, for Yale. Not enjoy Yalda. Huh? Papa, no more than any winner, Papa, any winner. Was that work out on the sick bed soon? Walk of Fanny dinner bed antenna. I didn't tell my father cry out the gun of what we could find in a bar. I said, no what on the hour, when you win a wound minute. Ah, Papa Penny, what the bonny and to say? What do Abusuapanin bonny? Ah, would it tell you? Now, if it's a reaction, Odiana. And that's a who an answer. Son, I drink your own. Tupac, wouldn't so who an answer. I dear, we in and crana, and Omea one and Common who say, I didn't know we and yet. Now, Tupac, whom Africana, say, one day Abana or fans. So what Tiffy, a papa knew what Tiffy. I wouldn't distance them who will social media. So. Or time no, your time is close. Huh? Beba we ni na be bregu. No ochina no, ube hu se wabusua na wodi sa aboni we ye di omo ato omo akone a udi Roman father chi a monam na moje fans no. Wabusua na obe tene akọ. Tupac, oba mayare mo na ho sisi a. Ma asem ni na amra na wiye na yare mo and was a senator, Roman father obebu bima. And oprega angas obebu bima. Or mona wo from Monsakas and Russia will be bebu bima. It you who say, who you so ugly as papa, and you know who say, and you be been to a sangrafo in a town one year. Oh, I didn't buy, and I see we can ask some way about papa and you, but would you say, in some funa, no kusuna woody. Baby, I say we had the Krana Okasa. Baby, I say we had to Tupac na Okasa. He found a one gas over we are say, and Sana, who buy we are say, Papa Penny to obey we are say, he found one who say, Abusuapanin be so the sans and phone where would ye and bida. He found Papa who ye, Tupac. Ah, oh, yeah, dear, says I would own you, yes, I'm not for a sister Bianco. Sister Bianco can ask him, Papa, you be bow to a social media, that be ding crossing, oh, social media, and so. Damn, Papa Penny. Damn, Abusuapanin Tupac. Castle.
Na me pacho aya wote ye maami Akosua Serwaa nso tenenka.
Akosua Serwaa mentenenka.
Okay. Na me pacho beti say ye say or the work court. When you court on krata.
Aja. Me ko ba yi no to the mark say na me kai. Na ko say papa shi be ko YouTube ka catch say people. Ana me to so me catch say fake no krata. Una odi kankai.
Una odi kankai. Una nga odi kankai.
And I did catch them or to them.
Yes.
We say ruling no. Ruling obia ko for that ruling na. You see that.
Oh yeah, you know, but don't say why penny into that you be say bisa ye nyina ye.
Away mo fa me say Abusuapanin. Me mo dey wani a enye same way and I would be me adema akoto police. We are seeing that the American one more German one more hey ya can be ati. TV is your and France and you be not until no one who program don't go. Good night, time American. I don't know, don't go. Someone was one and goes here. I'm going to friend Mamma. And you're fine.
Abusuafoɔ a motie me mo FYP na mo comment section mate nea Abusuapahene eka no Abusuapahene on time obia opobia asem sebi Abusuapahene pen asem aka look at the time mako frɛ no mako frɛ no na menene kasa na wagye atu
sabe makasa tia obida debi on kasa tia na so kasa tia obida na me so men kasa tia obida because we feel and to me sir
yo Abusuapahene me pa chawo se Abusuapahene pa chawo se ye de nkomo yi eba wi ye da wase se ye to ye safre wa ogie ye so nyame hira obebre oma onyinche ene ye maame ye wo yire den nyina onya ahoden enfanta wachi na onsuso mu nkakra ma ye na nipa bebre nya Abusuapahene ti se owo mo abusuamu a anka omani beji bebre ni etwato ye bom nyame mpa ye se ufi be mu ni ufi ko mu ni wonantie mu nyina omo ho ban maye na ye hia futu bi a ya ba wo nchen nti Abusuapahene wa se me etwato den na oka kire ye nyina
ye me ka kire mu nyina no se e bi nkramufo se bi Kristofo a ye de nipa ye sun no nyame no ko ye kasesna de nyina na de ya wo ye bi nyame so ko hwe se akie o se nye yo mumma ye nyina ye nya asam no mfama ye kotofu so a wo ono na kofa na ensem nyina baaye na nso wo ebi ware na ebi ware num no ne de tira nye yi no ko ware akofa ba nsem ya brel entietifu a mutie ensem nyina mu dokotofu so ene tina to kona ye no so no obi a onka na wasem na nso so bi nyame din tira o mo se obi a fa ni tu ento ngufom na o munya bibia ma de nche na mo so platform no to abode do no a mo kasa e nchire mo piara obi din kofo bi da no obi piara mitumi ya na metumi no na mitumi
boss obi anya ni bibia nje nipa na yo na eyo ya se de nkra na e tire nyankopon se sa akoma no se aye tuntuma se ya nyame mfa akoma fita na chiche mo no nyi obi agufo tuntum ne tentro na nyame mo ya hoden eya wo hoden bibia mu no nyame mama hoden na mo so ntumi mfanya adwuma na mo nya ekro na adwuma ne yesusu ya yesusu no obi anso awa na adwin so on the ordinary ayi ekufo no entre obi anso me ha bo obi abi ne obi anfa ne tuni na ye na ye mo mpa na koju bebi o no bebi a katu ya da fe no tumi so ya bishia ye
yo Abusuapahene me pa chawo ansa na obekọ no obeka se me hu Alex say Alex wa say Alex mpa chawo wo a send a request na me peke 1 minute bi say oni Abusuapahene be kasa e dem pa chawo say Alex wo ho a send a request na me peke na say oba be ka bibi a che ye papa Abusuapahene aba ha say oba be ka bibi 1 minute bi a yesrew okay menya no Sir Alex.
Yes, sir.
Me pa chawo wa po mu e
nyame adom mi na wo so
nyame adom ye papa Abusuapahene ena wa besra me na me hu se watwam wa ha na me se me mfrɛ wo na am say peace ni mu na me de me wo nti me kɔbɔ na amane se me srɛ no omra no metu ye nyina af no be kasa nkyerɛ nsɛm bi a ye tetete ne babisa no hu nyina no wa clear say 30% to se den de oni nyina bibia ni hosa ena wasan yiye nti se sika na ye gege na ye de ma lawyers no ene adwuma eso mo ye no ma ye ne sa pepepe ama na ni so nti no me pa acha wo asem bi a wo bebisa papa ana se wo beka akere papa na em se
akaska ni ko no mo godi je famo
na ba me da se bebre da de on se pani dware wi ana nsuo nyina asa ba se de pipe ho nti pani dware wi kwa pipe no
ye be ko pipe
ye be sere nyame enkwa tenten de ama papa se ye da na se pa se ene monyamo de ahye da lumba ana ye san da tifo nso so ase se mo nyina mo nka no ho a de opese o ye bia no ntimi nya de ti se de papa ka no obi anye the indifferences no ento nchen na ye nka ye ho na e ka wa na me adom bia ye nyina ye lawyer se wo kuma se akra ba bia ti se obi nkura ba se mo a you the legal backing on bit my day aboa nti mo yenyi mentem ho ase ni nyina mfiri mu na yenka ye homo na menim se the aka ye nim na dos mo bia nyana dwen se asem no atwa wo dabi afina nkofo bi no so ebetu omani asi wo ho they will try to intimidate, they will try to do a lot of things, but yenyi ensin chen na yenye one front yenka ye homo papa ka ni nyina nti na nawa nyame nhyira wo so na ye besere kwan so why
yo anuano me pese me ka asem bi editwato ansa na obia akọ ni am pese me ditwato on say uye odo broni uye Daddy Lumba follower senia se Alex ni PR team no ahyehye ne se won sika na yagige ne mo fo se da hokwa hwe sesi a uye odo broni ana se Daddy Lumba follower ana Tupac follower na se bibi to a sa lawyers no sika na yagige ne de komo no omo standby e ma ye a enti no se yagige sika bi ne ye de koma omo ana se yagige sika bi de to purposely for that mama ye nyina ye mmoa because ye boa ama ya solve problem no madam ase yo papa ye da se pa se ye frɛ wa ba se Alex also madam ase se me frɛ wa ba adofo a mo ba nyina nyame nka obia ho papa yo bye Mpacho yo. Kakra. Inti me catch obia, inti obia.
For women, you will find one or two that have gone through that when they're a bit older in the Ghanaian community. Previously, it'd be 1 out of 4. Now it's like 2 out of 2. You know, of women that go through this type of pain. There are the odd men, but there are a lot of women out there who build so much, and then when it's time for them to enjoy, it's like 50%. When it's time for them to enjoy, that is a time when they really suffer because that partner that they built and that this family with now sees you as no longer being good enough because they are able to attract a 17-year-old, an 18-year-old, a 20, and let me be honest, even though for me, Charlie, that's why I don't have no filter on today. Even though for me, for my age, I still feel like I'm young and I'm youthful. I feel like, man, I will compete with those 17-year-old girls. Let's be honest. I am not a 17-year-old girl. The 17-year-old girl I used many years ago is not me now. It's not Jumanah now. And I will not want to compete. There's certain, body stuff that because I've had kids and I've lived that I don't have that same thing. And you shouldn't have to compete and have to then lose everything that you've worked hard for, then go through pain and suffering. And I say this because the case concerning the Canadian woman and their husband, and today I'm not going to really go into names and mention names, but it really is sad. It reflects on the reasons why we are in this battle, because we need to speak for a lot of women that are going through this silently. The amount of time that I get messages from supporters of mum in my business mobile number, which I barely go on sometimes. I'm so sorry to everyone. And they are suffering. You have a woman who's got arthritis, they're not well, and their husband has married somebody else, and she's not able to fight the gentleman in Ghana with this new partner. There's so many of them, you will be surprised. So many of women that are silently suffering abroad because they cannot even retire back home because they don't have access to those assets that they built and worked so hard for. So what I want to say is we always have to remember the reasons why we are in this, we join this fight. We have to remember the overall bigger picture, why it is so important to make sure that the justice is obtained. We need to set an example to say, hey, if you really want to start a new life, there is a way in which you do this. You get a divorce, you distribute the assets, and you start a new life. Don't just start a new life and fail to compensate. Right, please. So that is, I think that is so important. And me personally, if there is anything I can do to help the family, the children, because the mother at the moment is too sick to do so, if it means legal fees, whatever they need to help them to get the justice they need in Ghana, I am telling you, I am all in. We have our own battle, we're fighting for Serwaa, but I feel like if it's finance, if it is the way of recommending good lawyers, I am fully in, because no woman in their 60s should find themselves sick, abandoned, and in a nursing home while their husband boldly marries another woman in the home that they built together. That is, to me, that is the most, it's just painful. And it is sad, it is distasteful. So that is, it is, I just wanted to take this time to just talk about the case that's come up, and to almost use that as to explain why, like I said, nearly 8 months. I'm not here to, I'm not going to necessarily going to insult anybody or swim, but I'm not going to stop seeking justice until justice is obtained. No matter what, I will do whatever I can to ensure that justice is obtained, because as a woman, there is no way, there is no way we should accept this type of injustice. It's the same thing. If this was happening to a man, I would not be okay with it. Let me make that clear. And people that know me will tell you, if I'm just anti-injustice and unfairness. If it happens to a man or woman, I will always be like, this is not fair. You cannot do this. So, and that's what I want to share. I want to share that those who are in this fight, I think that we should understand the bigger picture. We should think about this is why it's important, and while we're here, let's do this the best way we can. Let's make sure that the Ghana courts listen to us and ensure that women's rights are protected. Okay. And then I'm back to the message. If anyone wants, I don't think anyone wanted to speak, but that was the only thing that I wanted to say today. And I want to also remind you all that Mrs. Akosua Serwaa, my self-proclaimed adopted daughter of Mrs. Akosua Serwaa, we will be celebrating her birthday in New York on the 6th of September. The organizers are very clear that if you are coming, this is going to be a very small event. This is not supposed to be very big. It's going to be very small and controlled event. Let me make it clear. It's not like last time. It's very small and controlled. And on Friday, they will stop selling tickets. So if you are coming, you must get your ticket before Friday. Friday is the last day to get your ticket, because you have to request a ticket and then you have to be approved, and then they give you a ticket and you come. Hi. Obi Busami said, is there you coming? Look, there's a lot of surprises into me Pamacho. Main kasa. All I'll say is it's very intimate, small events. Ameka will say, Mumbra, more New Yorker. Mumbra, I say, Obia, any Akosua lover of Mr. Akosua, I invite you. You need to get your tickets, let them know, but you have to get it by Friday. Me, so tired, but me go. But my country, Mama said, they better not take December from UK, because they should be traveling to us this time, but instead, no. My 419, birthday, Nakahuna. After they have, I have to take the plane to them. And to Christmas, UK for it hasn't been approved. Yes to me, but maybe Jane say, America for young Kunyanji Christmas. They be on one event from Mukrum. And see, I will be there on the 6th of September. Whoever is in New York or Canada, if you are, if you can reach out to Omama and get your ticket. If you don't get a ticket by Friday, they're going to close it down because they want this to be a very intimate, small event. And see, I will see you all in New York on the 6th of September so that we can celebrate Mrs. Akosua Serwaa. And I know some people say, no, why are we celebrating her for, why are we doing this? When should we celebrate her? If we don't celebrate her now, and we don't try and put a smile on her face now, when? And to Miniam, young Konenko celebrating. Dang, everything you do in comment, Nenko celebrate your mommy. Mrs. Akosua Serwaa for Sue. Let's ignore all the noise and let's celebrate her. She deserves it. She is the most loving, thoughtful person I have ever met. So I will see you all on the 6th of September to celebrate our one and only mom, Mrs. Akosua Serwaa for Sue. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining me.
I watch TikTok, the video be a show here. The vampire, I will be here. This is mommy. Oh, yale. And now so be a second and some. Obi a ha obi a be na bofo vampire you pie say obi a ha no mo a second ni nyina na nsem obi a ha ba obi e be ese ni pa na ba bo ano ada no ha ni amane manfu wada wo ma obokro woni ahu tagu da dia ebi pa na be tam obi afida na ha akotina mo chire many pa na de no court that you mampo you say ni pa wo hye me wo be bo ba ho ka de na kotina brochire wo be ne wo ka bo abusua wo ka wo di na ko bi no wa ye na agency e se bi aye no won fu wasa ka me ma wo mpese wo be hu ma odo ko court lensa kura pamu free wo re ni si a wo me che ene Danny Pakrobot, so we show me video. Now the video just so Amia. And then you ma watch it. We'll be able to say we're gonna you are called to assemble. The vampire, or Dama watch it. We'll be here. We'll be here. We'll be to come in and some on top. What's a damn? We'll see. Then I will see.